Awesome. And we're back. Here we go. Jason, who's this guy in the booth right here?
It's a good thing we have him in the booth. He's the best announcer we have here.
Whoa. Hey,
at
honestly,
Kevin
you guys
Windham.
should duke it out because I was listening to you down there on the infield and blown away that was you on the mic, Kevin.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
But there's no duking between me
you guys are solid. Yeah.
and Jason Wygant.
It was really fun having you up here. And it's weird. People are probably watching at home and listening and being like, hey, MX Sports, Tim Cotter, Davey Coombs, Kerry Coombs, great job hiring Kevin Windham. No, this was like osmosis.
Awesome.
You wanted to hang out. We started giving you the mic more and more. We're just having a good time.
I am excited to be here at Loretta's. They gave me an opportunity to speak at opening ceremonies.
Yep.
That was really nice.
They did plan that.
They did plan that.
Yeah.
And, look, when I get an opportunity to, I don't want to talk too much about the air conditioning in the tower. It is quite nice. But, hey, man, just some great announcers here. Best of the best, I will say. Yeah. And locked into the action. You know, when you're up here, you get a little foggy because there's been a lot of motos, right? I'm watching the highlights, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I watched that moto. Yeah. It's a lot going on at Loretta's, but you are locked in, and it's a great view and brings you very close to the action. So it's been a great week for me, supporting some of my riders that I'm now training. Have my family here. They always love to come. They're not racers. They don't ride. My son rides a little, but doesn't matter. It's somehow found its way into the Windham bloodline, and we all have a great family trip to Loretta Lynn's.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's cool seeing you do anything in the scene. I'm a huge fan. I grew up like one of your biggest fans out there, and
likewise.
So hey,
well, I didn't grow up. I was older, but
now we're talking. I got a fan, Grandma. Check it out. But yeah, no, I've been to your house. Do you still have your pet deer?
So no, the deer grew up. It went away, found a husband, and went on to happy deer life.
There we go.
But we did raise one from the ground up. Pretty exciting experience. I hear it's against the law, so maybe we shouldn't.
Hey, that's fine. Nobody from PETA's watching this. I'm pretty sure. So
deer lived a happy life.
Yeah. But it's so cool to see guys like you out here walking around, and also to hear you on the mic too, because your perspective is hands down. It's going to be one of the most, I don't know, just the best perspective you can get here at Loretta's, because you have the most titles here at Loretta's. Is that right?
Not quite the most, but a lot. We'll go with enough.
Fill me in.
When you left here, you had the most, I believe, when
Times
you graduated.
Yeah,
some other guys took some. And I always thought you had the longest moto win streak ever.
I did as well.
Now we're hearing maybe Stu did.
Stu definitely does.
Oh, man.
Bottom line is you went 3 whole years without losing a moto. That's insane.
That is insane, yeah. I heard you've led more laps than Stewart, Carmichael, and Dungey here combined is what I was.
What was that you heard?
Don't check me.
Here's the deal. I don't have the most wins. I don't have the most titles. So if you can give me anything with the most, I'll accept it.
Yeah.
We just hope we don't have too many fact checkers out there.
Yeah, he's drank the most beers. No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm probably in the running for that as well.
Awesome.
We got some highlights and some motos, and you're right, man. They happen so quick.
Wes here.
Wes?
Mike Alessi messaged us this morning.
No, stop.
Vurbmoto
From
West.
01 to 04, he won 19 motos in a row. And that's history nobody talks about.
Oh,
so
my God.
I don't know if that's the record.
Michael Alessi.
But he said he's got 19 in a row.
I talked to a guy earlier that said he fist fought Michael Alessi in the creek one year because Michael Alessi jumped on him. So Mike,
I think
shout out to Mike.
No one probably announces it because he doesn't. Has he been back?
He did come back a couple years ago. But
we got to put him on the list, and that's disrespect.
I don't think he got the win.
30 plus, Mike. We're calling you out. This is a call out, Michael Alessi. Come on back to Loretta Lynn's.
He came back.
Hey.
He got second or third. He was good.
Hey, Mike. Sorry that we left you out. It wasn't on purpose, but you know what? It's over. Stewart's got it.
Apparently, Stu is 23 or something like that. Yeah. The problem is that fact checking is really hard to do.
Yeah,
it's mostly just what someone happens to remember.
Yeah,
sure,
or forgot.
Yeah.
We got to throw to some other classes here. Good job on the joining the show, Wes Williams. By the way,
the man behind Vurbmoto.
85-12 or 10-12. This is a championship moto.
81 out there. Don't know who he is. Little guy. He's got grit and heart. I love that kid. Don't know the name yet, but that dude was ripping today.
Elliot Boucher, you know.
Yeah, he got a great start in the third moto. He's had a tough week, but came out with a ripping start there.
And then Braxton Mess is going to be another one to watch here. I believe that's an 81.
Oh, man, he was ripping.
Mess would have a good moto.
Taste Morgan on the 81, boys.
Hey, thanks for the fill-in. Hey.
Wes really contributing the show.
Love it. Fact checker.
Yep. Mess
We've seen a lot of him this week.
Yeah, especially as the week has gone on. Oh, he jumped what we call the undouble. That's not designed to be doubled.
Well, it's being doubled by a lot of fast riders this week, so we'll have to rename it next year.
I know, it's just a double now. It's no longer the undouble. So there's Mess gets to the lead. Colt Martin in second. Colt Martin, whose family owns the ice cream stand.
Big props to those guys for bringing some.
They did.
Down
Colt himself.
Great
to the
investment.
announcing tower.
Oh my gosh.
I heard that's
thank you.
funding his whole racing career, actually.
Well, it's doing a dang good job. I'm parked by it, and the line is long.
Braxton Mess going to try to get the win here. He holds on over Martin. Nolan Ford came from way back to finish third.
Let's rev that thing.
Ring that throttle,
Yeah.
brother. And the mullet flying high. Look at him go.
Good job, Braxton Mess.
Goggles match the middle.
Dang.
Oh, yeah.
I like
Been
it.
playing.
Yep. Okay, so that's one group. We'll go to 250
Oh, here we go.
Limited.
This is your guy right here, K-Dub.
This is not the limited, no.
No? Okay.
Yeah,
I have a guy
that's
in here.
250B.
250B,
Oh, you do?
my
Okay.
bad. I jumped
Yep.
the gun on that one. But hey, this is my guy right here. Seth Dennis was looking good, looking strong out front. This kid, fun to be around, fun to talk to.
Yeah, and he's been part of that Orange Brigade since his 50cc days. So it's him and Grayson Townsend battling for the title. You see Seth Dennis here in the KTM starting to just inch away. Things are looking good. There's Townsend keeping him close, though. Just keep that in mind.
Man,
Does a mix-up happen?
Dennis was holding on. He had a pretty decent gap there for most of the race, right? He was holding on,
Yep.
but then
But then,
What
yeah,
happened?
I believe that happens in
drum
this
roll,
class.
please,
man,
out of
there we go.
Storyland.
out of Storyland. It can happen that quick. You
That
can
was a
be
tough one.
Leading, having a good race, and
Yeah, we were talking about how
In
so
his
the
fair,
track
look
was-
at where he just pulled off. In his fairness, look, it's kind of striped, a little wet in the middle. Had a great race going on, just a little ahead of his skis there, and pushed the front.
So that's Grayson Townsend down to the lead and gets the championship. Seth Dennis, he was all class camp to the podium, still did his interview second,
Awesome.
but man, that had to hurt.
that was down. If Seth would have got first, he would have won the championship there. So
Yeah, it
that
came
does
down to
sting.
that.
But hey, I talked to him afterwards, and he actually had. You would have almost never noticed. About an hour or two after, I saw him in the golf cart ripping around, and hey, he's back to being a little kid again. So
Good for him. And honestly, that's the best way to learn from a negative experience like that.
yeah,
You know?
just put it in the rearview
you
mirror.
can go sit in your camper and dwell on it all night, or
Yeah, go get
let's
an
go-
ice cream.
Let's
and-
go for the next moto, or
Yeah.
and go get an ice cream.
Yeah.
Take me to ice cream stands.
There we go.
Always recommending that.
Awesome.
Your guy Dougie,
Dougie.
after
yeah,
those
Douglas.
motos, did he find more talent?
I've heard from several different people that several Dougie stories. I did see him down there though, having an altercation with somebody. So I
Oh,
don't know,
wow.
but if it's on camera, did you guys hear? Did anyone get cell phone clips or anything? 'Cause it was pretty serious.
Comes right past us here. He looks really good. You're right, Kevin. He looks fantastic. Yeah, like I said, I don't say that.
What the heck are you doing over here? You're not allowed to be doing that here. Davey didn't tell you that's okay. I know Davey.
Okay, well,
100%.
bull.
Not happening.
This is
Ow.
bull.
Ow.
This is baloney.
Had enough.
Yeah, well, Davey lied to me once again.
Dude.
Good on you,
Wow.
Mike Burkeen.
Yeah, Mike kicked my agent out. Good
He
though.
he doesn't
you know?
let any rules slide, and I don't think you
Yeah.
can pay these amateurs.
Is that maybe that's what?
No,
maybe
not at
that's
all.
what the problem was. He
That's
was-
what I heard.
Yeah, that's definitely why he got kicked out.
Yep, that's right. Everyone here does not get paid.
All
And that
right.
includes anyone who you'll see in 250 Pro Sport, which I believe we have highlights. They can't wait to the day they can make $1
Oh, man.
racing. We got 250 Pro Sport. Can we show that?
Yes,
Okay, now
indeed.
we're talking. Now we're talking about your guy, Caden Dudney out there.
No, that's 250B.
Oh my God!
No.
Hey, I'm
I
just
keep giving
plugging
him a
the.
plug.
I'm plugging the name in there. Hey, Fox Rider. Like,
Dudney won 2
Fox
titles
Moto.
today. Good
It's
job,
definitely Olaf,
Jane
though.
Dudney.
Olaf, Ripper, Parker Adams. Oh, okay, so this was a great race. Drew
yes.
ended up with not such a great start, and this guy, we need to come up with some kind of a nickname. I mean, not on the spot because it's got to be a good one. But Drew is such a hard charger out there, a lot of grit.
But watching this battle, Parker Ross held his own. I
Yeah.
mean, Drew, obviously, cream rose to the top.
Yeah.
Not a huge surprise, although he has had some adversity and some challenges in it. But
Yeah.
hats off to Parker Ross.
Yeah, he looks like he should be in the Top Gun movie or something. He's a solid rider.
Cole Davies, man, the starts just went away. He won the first moto of the week. Been coming from behind ever since. Here's Liam Alof trying to hold off Adams for the lead. Adams eventually gets him. Alof had this gigantic blister on his hand. He's been through a ton of injuries lately.
Not enough seat time for him.
Yeah, I think that's really been the problem. And there's Davies eventually battling with Ross. But Adams is starting to take control now in Pro Sport. He wins this title here, spoiler alert, and then he's got another one to go for tomorrow.
And would you guys say that it's safe to say that you're going to see probably these top 4 in the 250 class stirring it up here pretty soon?
Pretty safe to say.
Yeah, Adams said I'm racing Ironman. I have a feeling Parker Ross, I think he's riding too well. You got to see what he can do here.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all these guys, their future's pretty solidified, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked
they're
like
going places.
It looked like from my perspective, it looked like a national out there that I was watching. I mean, these guys are riding hard. I mean, you can't tell that they're only 16, 17 years old, really.
Yeah, Avery Long there, same thing kind of with his teammate Alof. I think he wanted to come out here and win, but they were a little bit beat up in different ways, and no one was able to quite hold off Adams. So what do you think here, Kevin Windham? Drew Adams, are you seeing, is this a real deal?
Oh,
yeah, no doubt about it.
No question for me. And you know what? A part of this, look at this. Slam the bottle down. Let's shake the heck out of it.
Careful.
Watch out for a glass cut, son.
Yeah.
Look, he's got a lot of confidence. He's doing things already up in Canada. But look, that's tough to come back and answer. Wow, let's just be honest. The butt whooping from Davies on the opening, right?
Yes,
So we were
that's
talking
right.
about Davies hasn't been to Loretta Lynn's. It's his first time here, and all of a sudden, wow, you need no experience at the ranch because he's just smoking these guys. And talking to some of the announcers earlier today, Drew's like, hey, that's not going to happen again. And that's an easy thing to say right after a moto. But this cat's backing it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been the best dude. Cream did rise to the top.
That's true.
And we'll see him in Ironman. I think he'll do Supercross Futures again.
Yep.
And then Pro full-time will be at the opening round of Motocross next year.
Whoa, that's crazy. Hey, but shout out to everybody in that class, but the top 4, shout out to all you guys. You guys were battling, and the Yamahas, I saw them battling most of all 3 races. They seemed to get stuck to each
coming out
other.
of Storyland, we got an opportunity to watch 2 Yamahas fall in the same rut for different reasons. They didn't take each other out,
They just
right?
got,
We watched it back on playback, and Olaf was already falling, but Avery was falling before him. So it looked almost like the Yammies ran together. Not the case. They both fell in the same rut on the same lap.
Yeah, and Adams cruised by. So they were like, that was our chance. Yeah.
And that happens here too at the ranch, right? That's why I love racing, because it's not over till it's over, and you know, a kid could win 1-1 and then have a bad third moto.
Well, you know, I heard Zing. I was checking in, listening, seeing how the show was going, and you know, I heard Zing talking about going to ride at a certain track for a certain condition, right?
Yeah.
And here at the ranch, you know, you're going to have, you know, obviously there's sand and there's deep ruts and there's some hard pack. So it's a very tricky track because you're riding about 4 or 5 surfaces in one lap. And we have seen some titles that we almost signed, sealed, delivered. Let's go ahead and start, you know, celebrating on the podium, and we get a front end tuck.
Yeah.
You know, it happens here, and you got to stay present and locked in for the entire 20-minute moto.
And these are kids we're talking about here. That's most of them. That's the crazy part. We're talking stuff I don't know yet. I'm, you know, in my 30s, and I still am trying to learn and figure out how to be patient with whatever in life. But to see the maturity of some of these kids at this age, and it's never seen anything like it at any sports, to be honest with you.
I do want to follow up. We did have Caden Dudney on the show the first night, and his journey is complete. He ended up winning both of his titles.
Nope.
He's got another one tomorrow morning.
Wait, that was
9
just
o'clock.
motoring.
I heard you saying that on a podium, and I was like, dang, I'm confused. I missed his one title. But he does have a moto tomorrow.
First thing in the morning.
Schoolboy, 2:30.
So Schoolboy, that was only Moto 2.
tomorrow.
Oh, is it 2:30? Okay, 2:30. There we go.
Yep.
That was Moto 2 that he won today in that one, and then Moto 3 the
Correct.
other. Okay. Shows what I know.
Anyway.
We knew he was good, but to me, this is even more impressive than I thought, especially if you take the thumb injury and all the stuff he had going in, and it's his first year in the 250F. It's been impressive.
It has been very impressive, and you know, we've been trying to talk about him all night, so great segue into a little Caden Dudney deal. But you know, he's had a tough go at it. He's been down at the farm. He injured his thumb. You know, in my head, I'm taking out Combine, Ironman coming up. certainly taking out Loretta Lynn's and talking to his mom and his dad quite often and trying to come up with a game plan. He stayed working out, stayed at home. He wasn't at my house, but signed up for CrossFit and did this whole CrossFit program. And they had a brace approved by the doctor and seemed like it was a good opportunity to come. I said, hey, look, Loretta's is huge, but it's not huge for where Mr. Dudney's going, right? Caden's got a bright future. Let's don't do anything crazy. And here he is with 2 days on the motorcycle leading into, his biggest race now. And, I'm sure you feel the same way when he lines up at Ironman, but just such a hungry kid.
Yeah.
Super good talent, heart bigger than, I've ever seen. So really good week for him and just super proud to have an opportunity to work with him.
That's cool. I thought he already had both titles.
Yeah.
We'll see tomorrow.
The whips too. We heard he told me, he's like, Kevin doesn't really like it when I do the whips. He said,
Well, I'm critiquing him, right? So early in the race, and we can say it's a whip because it looked really good on photo. But I work with him a lot, so I know that the whip is technically him scrubbing.
Yeah.
So you know what the difference, like kind of how it looks.
Absolutely.
A scrub versus a whip. So
Yeah.
his scrubs get whippy.
Yeah.
So I think his whip, after he broke loose from Gordon today, really was designed to be a whip. But when Gordon was running him down, laps 2, 3, 4, I was kind of getting a little nail bitey, right? Like, okay, Gordon was doing some good things,
Yeah.
and those were scrubs.
Yeah.
Just looked whip.
Sight lap. I watched him. Nobody saw it, I don't think. Sight lap throws a freaking huge whip out there, and it's funny. I love seeing that too. But I think Billy Laninovich, dad, said it best: jump for show, corner for dough. So,
but if you can do both, you have a winning combination.
Now we're talking, baby. Yeah, I love that. Oh man, that's awesome.
Good to have you, K-Dub. It's been really awesome.
Great
really
to be here.
Fun.
Thank you.
Yeah. I wish we could have recorded what we were talking about before the show, but hey, all you guys are just gonna have to guess, and you're just gonna have to use your imagination.
Be careful where you go with this. I'm an open book.
Maybe I'll slow down for.
They were incredible in stories and some great life advice, I think.
Yeah.
I think.
We'll find out from Zing
I looked over
in a couple years. We'll find out from him.
I'll get back to you.
Aiden Zing's eyes were this big in here. He's listening to the stories like, is he for real right now?
Yeah, well,
oh my
it'll take a decade to find out, but I'm sure Zing's got a great future ahead of him as well, and we'll have to reconvene and see if he has anything to add to the story.
Absolutely.
What's the 7:30 in the morning? Jason Lawrence at the moto. So that's a big question. Will he be on the gate at 7:30 in the morning?
I will tell you.
Dude.
Okay, so J-Law's been at the farm.
Okay.
And he does this thing, right? Like, he'll come out and watch me coach and listen and use, tell me he goes back to the house and maybe reflect on some of the stuff that we do.
Okay.
I, however, have seen him ride a bunch of 7:30 motos. They just never were AM. they were all PM motos. So, he better be in bed, which, that's a crapshoot. But 7:30 is going to be bright and early.
Dude, he's been impressed. Have you seen some of these motos?
I've seen them all.
He took somebody out over here, and I had flashbacks.
J-Law takes somebody out?
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I witnessed it. And, man, I'm a J-Law fan.
Yeah, dude, look.
Fan.
He's there's two sides of him, right? Like his battle side, which is just step back and let him do his thing.
Yeah.
But his time at the farm, look, out of everyone, he picks up, only guy picking up trash. When I say picking up trash, I mean like tear off trash. I don't mean like I had a water bottle, I'm gonna pick up my water bottle. Like he's out there like picking up tear offs. There's hundreds and thousands of tear offs from every day of riding and bottles. I had a poor boy at the house. Brock Henry wound up going down, knocked himself out. And when he woke up, he said, the first thing I remember is my head was laying on J-Law's lap. So he's like there, making sure he's all right, holding his head and everything. I burnt my leg. He went and got me some ice.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, man, that's pretty bad. You should put some ice on that.
Man.
So good dude. And he's been fun to have at the farm. Give him his space. Let him do his thing. His program is his program. Yeah. And I think he's like 36, I believe.
Yeah.
Probably not time for me to dig in and try to change J-Law or who he is or what he does. So
I think maybe the only thing that can change him, his motorcycle.
Yeah.
It's probably about
I'll tell you what, he burns a lot of gas. I haven't really seen him in the gym at Farm 14, but the dude burns some gas.
That's good.
Yeah.
My dad always said seat time.
Well, he look, he's I think he's floating around. I think he got a 6th, maybe a 7th.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
So I can
got
tell
it
you, he improved a lot while he was at the house. I think that was what his benchmark kind of was. I mean, you can look at some of the guys in the front of that and think, okay, these cats are, I mean, let's just be honest. They're just they're the reason I don't want to come back to the farm, right?
I mean, yeah, we're talking Aiden Zink, 15, trainers, dieting, the whole thing.
Well, the 250, the 25 plus for a long portion of this week posted the fastest time with come on, it's been a long week. Martinez, yes, thank you so much. Martinez had the fastest lap time out of Drew and Caden and you name all of the guys. He had it for about 2 days, and so that's J Law's competition, and that's tough.
That's a stacked class.
And look, that's so much disrespect to all the others, that are in there, right? It's not just Martinez. It's deep. It's a deep class.
And they're going in. Is it a 3-way battle tomorrow? I think I talked to Cole. I think it's a 3-way battle for first place.
Heath Harrison and Jacob Hayes.
Jacob Hayes, Heath Harrison. Yep, exactly. And Cole Martinez.
That'll be a great one to watch.
That'll be a great one to watch. I saw Cole down here. He was observing, looking for the deep spots because they're going to have an early moto tomorrow. So this is going to be exciting.
Will J Law be there?
Will he be there?
And then who will win?
Dude, I just want to see a whole shot and then just park it. Just whole shot, and then park it by the tractor over here and just call it.
Could you imagine if you got the whole shot, chose to not park it, and then got all into that championship battle mix?
It just starts stirring the pot.
We would have some keyboard warriors going on. We would have some AMA officials just locked in, like what's going to happen? Who do we need to find or pull off a red flag or black flag or whatever?
Oh yeah,
it'd be crazy.
Somebody's title coming down to who can trust J Law. Who will J Law choose to be an ally with? Good luck. So that's a lot. 7:30 in the morning.
Awesome.
It's coming at you. I guess Caden Dundy has another moto. Shows that I know.
Yeah, but it's not his third title, right? You can't do 3 here. You can't do 3 here.
Sorry. If someone else wins that, they're going to be real mad because they thought it was already crowned.
Hey,
Aiden Zing's got 2 on the line. A lot still to come.
That's one of those things where I was like, I kind of wanted to walk you back a little bit because there is that thing called the announcer's curse.
Oh, that's the worst case scenario then.
Yeah. We don't want to talk about it yet. Yeah. Mum's the word.
Yeah. Well, hey, while I'm here, I do want to give a quick shout out to everybody who has made it here. All the racers, all the families. I mean, everybody. I can tell it's a huge sacrifice for all these families. A lot of these people don't have money, I can tell, and they're really putting all their chips in. And just to make it here to Loretta Lynn's ranch, this country singer's ranch out here in Tennessee. And it's so cool to see the world's best motorcycle racers, all ages out here racing. So shout out. If you made it here, leave here with your head held up high, whether you do good or bad, because you made it to, you're on the spot. This is where all the best riders in America are. Yeah.
How are we looking on time?
We're probably way past, but I'm looking at Wes, and he's just loving all this.
We have all night? We have all night. Let's talk. Look, I've been talking since 7:30, so let's just keep talking.
Cue the beers. Come on.
Oh, there's beer here?
Yeah, we got.
I did want to add to that. That was a great point. So
absolutely.
I don't want to go on all night. I know we just tired.
Yeah.
All I do is talk, so it's not bothering me.
I'm shocked by. Yes, you're correct. 1,500 plus 40. You're the 42 fastest riders in whatever class you're in. I am absolutely shocked of what I have found out this week about the sport's greatest riders. Okay, so I think we just had some guys pipe in on who's got the most wins. We had Alessi had a killer deal here, right? Vurbmoto got his ass kicked
he did.
By Alessi. Okay, but we know how that worked out in the pro ranks, right? We hear about Ryan Dungey being an alternate here. Okay, we hear about Jeremy McGrath coming here in the C class. Like, bro, yes, you have to go through here to get there, but the path is very wide. Right now, I'm not trying to hype everybody up like you're going to be the next Jeremy McGrath, but the road is quite curvy, right? Mm-hmm. And there's many ways, right? Like I won 2 titles in the lights class. I didn't go win a bunch of big bike classes. My record at Loretta's, obviously it's not the best, but I'll put it up with the best, right?
Yeah.
That's not always the case, right? You have to make some sort of a showing to get your foot in the door for the future if you go beyond amateur racing. But man, I was shocked Dungy was an alternate to this race. I think he was 13 years old, right? That's pretty late in life for a guy that went to the absolute top.
Yeah, that is incredible.
Crazy stories.
Yeah.
It means a lot here in the moment, but yes, you can't take that out of them. You don't want them to not try. You don't want them to not strive for it.
Oh,
but it's not the end of the world.
It's not.
Yes.
And the biggest thing of this race is the young man we were talking about that had a bad ride and was out still living life, right?
Yeah.
I talked about in the opening ceremonies that the bib is a diploma, if you will. It is not an end all. It is a character builder, and how you choose to build that character through the defeats and adversities of this week is going to be the test of that man.
It's a great way to put it there. Diploma.
You can't wrap it up better than that.
Yeah.
See how
that's
good
a
this
wrap.
guy is.
And that's a wrap, man. Heck yeah.
Man, if I ever want to do less talking at this event, I think I found someone to fill in. I don't know if he really
Dude.
wants to volunteer for that, but
Get him in
pretty
the booth.
impressive.
Get him in the booth with you. Would
Yeah.
love to hear it
Maybe
on
do
some
some podiums
nationals.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do some podiums.
Well, thank y'all for the invite tonight.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Thanks for doing it.
Awesome.
That's Radio Fox. That's it for us this week, right? All right, Friday we're signing off. You'll have to watch Racer TV tomorrow to A, see if J-Law shows up.
Yes.
And B, see how the rest of the titles go.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Shout out Verb West.
Yes, indeed.
Vurbmoto is alive and well. Heck yeah. And shout out K-Dub, Jason. Heck yeah. Much respect, dude. Much respect to both you guys. So.
Thanks for watching.